Hello, what is up guys? Eman from Peso Smart PH here. Welcome sa panibagong episode. Today, let's talk about the mentality that you need to have when investing in stocks. So right now, nasa bearish phase pa rin tayo. Kasi yung buong macroeconomic outlook is not doing good. Yung US is in the middle or in the midst of a recession, and that would greatly affect us as well, yung mga nakatira dito sa Philippines. So we're basically just mirroring yung kanilang monetary policy, and pagka karoon ng recession sa US, more often than not magkakaroon din ng recession dito sa Philippines, and I believe that it's already happening. So for example, nagsimula yun sa mga tech companies, nag-lay off sila ng mga employees. And some of those employees, nandito rin sa Pilipinas, kasi nag-outsource din sila ng mga jobs. So it's possible na meron nang nadamay din sa mga layoffs na yun, like na naka-base dito sa Philippines, na dito nagtatrabaho. But anyway, I digress. So for example, nagbigay tayo ng mga ilang examples ng stocks. Kasi ngayon naman, kahit na nasa bear market tayo, hindi naman lahat is bumabagsak lang. Like, sabihin natin, example is sa Mirara. Although bumagsak na rin siya late last year, umakit na ulit siya ngayon. But, ang magandang example ito is AP. Kasi before, ang daming nagbenta ng AP, especially nung nag 20 pesos lang siya. I believe dito, yan. Actually, hindi pala. After pa niyan. Kasi ito yung nag-start yung COVID, yung pandemic. So, lahat talaga ng stocks is mababa. No March 2020, but right around here. Nag 20 ulit siya, yan. So, that time, grabe yung FUD or yung fear, uncertainty and doubt ng mga tao, ng mga investors. So, they just dumped all of their AP stocks. Kasi nawala nga siya dun sa parang index or whatever na nagre-rate ng mga stocks, and kumbaga nasa parang holdings din nila. But yeah, as I've said before, nung nangyari yun, hindi naman siya black swan event, no, but it was unexpected. And when that happened, I started deploying capital. Especially nung nag-22, 21, and especially nung nag-20.50. Kasi nakita ko yun as an opportunity to buy a good stock at a very affordable price or cheap price. Kasi sabihin natin, if you bought, sabihin natin, matagal ka na nag-invest, if you bought here noong 2019 before mag-pandemic at around 38 pesos per share, it wouldn't really make sense for you to not buy here at this level at around 20.15. So kailangan natin i-adjust yung mentality natin about that. Kasi mas nagkakaroon ng appeal sa atin yung risk of losing money instead of an equal gain. I'm not sure how you can do that, but I guess just practice it. Practice siya lang, no? I'm not saying to gamble away all of your money, but it's kind of hard to teach, and I think first-hand experience lang din yung making best teacher for you to develop that mentality. And of course, you have to be open to the idea. Now, for example, kasi mas nag-appeal sa atin, you can lose half of your money instead of like gaining half of your money. Mas malaki yung appeal para sa atin, yung parang fight or flight instinct natin. Mas gusto natin na hindi ko na to i-risk, instead of having the mentality na yes, I will risk this because this is the potential gains. And pwede rin natin ito i-alin tulad sa mga sales, diba? Ang hiling natin sa 12.12, 11, 22 sa mga online shopping websites or apps, Lazada, Shopee, Zalora, whatever. If for example, yung gusto mong sapatos is 50% off, I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? Na you will buy it na naka 50% off instead of like the full price. Sabi natin, 10,000 pesos yung sapatos na gusto mo, or bag, or shirt. Then, naging 5K na lang. Doesn't really make sense to wait, right? Kasi if you really want it, if you need it, then you're gonna buy it at 5K. So same thing, the same principle applies sa stocks. Like dito, diba? Almost nag 40 pesos. Nag 40 nga rin siya before. So if you bought at 40 pesos, it makes much more sense for you to buy at 20, right? Kasi naka almost 50% off na siya. And the same thing with what happened here noong 2021. So nag 20.50 din siya. So if you already bought, like, for example, dito na lang, late 2020, tumaas na ulit siya at around 28, 27, 26. If you bought at that price point, you should have bought here as well. And it's what we call buying the dip. As long as you're comfortable with the asset or the stock, and you're holding it with a view or a runway of, let's say, 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years. So long term yung strategy, then you don't really have to worry about these tips. So okay nga rin, diba, na magkaroon ka ng quote-unquote emergency fund or emergency capital if ever something like this happens. Like yung pandemic, diba? It happened. Paano kung wala kang capital at that time? Then you can't really take advantage of the dip kasi wala kang capital. That's why it's important to DCA or dollar cost average or peso cost average para every month, for example, nakakuha mo yung dividends mo or nakuha mo yung sweldo mo or yung kinita mo sa business, then you can allot a portion of that income sa investing, and then eventually you can buy the dip if that happens. Like sabihin natin, January 2020, so bumili ka at around 35 pesos per share. Then bumagsak siya nung Feb. So sabihin natin, week of Feb 10, bumili ka at around 31 pesos per share. Then dumating yung March, yan, nakabili ka rin at around 20.15 pesos per share. So nabibili mo habang bumagsak siya. And yes, may doubt pa rin. For example, kahit sa akin before, nag-down ng almost 6 digits yung portfolio ko. I was questioning my decisions, and I was questioning kung tama ba yung mga stocks na pinili ko. And then nang ibabaw lang yung conviction, and eventually after less than a year, halos lahat ng nabili kong stocks nag-double, nag-triple, kasi nag-start nga yung bull run since yung US Fed is binaba yung interest rate to 0 para makatulong sa mga businesses and sa buong population as a whole, and of course the whole country, and nagkaroon ng ripple effect yun sa buong mundo. Then another good example is Globe. So for example, ito, if bumili ka ng 2021 November at around the highest ng 3,600, it doesn't really make sense for you to be on the sidelines now kasi down na siya ng 42.63%. So nasa 2060 na lang siya nagtitrade. So it doesn't really make sense for you not to buy now, even if there's a chance na mas bumaba pa. So sabihin natin bumaba pa siya ulit around 1,500, 1,000. So worst case scenario na yun, I believe. So pagka bumaba siya sa 1,500, so another 26%. Pagka bumaba sa 1,000, more than 50% yung babagsak niya. So yun, you just have to understand the risk and manage it, and of course be comfortable with the risk, kasi kaya ka naman nag-invest kasi you stomach the risk and you take the risk, and then you'll be rewarded in the future if the company becomes profitable or if they keep being profitable every single year, kasi bibigyan ka nila ng dividends kapag ka nangyari yun. Then I believe PLDT, yeah, down din siya dun sa highs last year ng around 28%. And mas malaki pa yan kung bumili kayo late last year din. So So, nag-dip siya ng around 42%. Ngayon, naka-recover na siya ng konti, but still, nagtitrade siya at a discount. Kasi nga, nag-around almost 2,000 pesos na siya ulit noong 2022. And nanggaling yan sa lows noong 2020 at around 805 pesos per share. I think I bought some at that time, but actually not in, I think nasa 1,100 na or 1,000 pesos per share when I bought my first PLDT stocks. Kasi before, ang binibili ko DMC. Yun, isa pa to, DMC. So, bumagsak siya ng around 3 pesos. Then ngayon, nasa 12 na. Although, I sold mine at around 6 pesos kasi nadoble na yung capital ko. But, if I just held on my DMC stocks, then, mas ma-enjoy ko yung ano na ba kalaki to. Enjoy ko yung gains ng around 240%. I sold 2021. Around September, I believe, or August. So, around 6 pesos per share. So, yan. Sabihin natin 6.22. So, nasa 74% din yung kinita. And, along with the dividends na binibigay nila. So, di ba? Kita nyo. Kasi nag-high na rin naman sila dito before ng around 15, 16. But that was like a decade ago. Yun yung trajectory niya ulit. But of course, magkakaroon pa rin yung mga pullbacks from time to time. And especially nga kapag nag-concede na US na nasa recession talaga sila. What else? And SPC. Although SPC, medyo bumaba kasi yung revenue nila. As well as yung net income mismo. So, personally for me, I'm not DCAing or I'm not buying the dip for SPC. But if maganda yung ipakita nila sa kanilang 2022 annual report, then I might consider buying more SPC. Kasi dati, isa to sa mga unang stocks ko eh. 2019, 2020 ko to binili. So I believe mga 6 yan. Andito ako nakabili. Early. The first half of 2019. So around 6 pesos ko siya nabili before. Then nag-run siya. Kahit nga nung pandemic na, hindi siya sobrang nag-dip. Then umakit na ulit siya by the end of 2020. Tapos naging medyo flat nung early 2021. Then doon talaga nag-start bago mag 2022 yung bull. Yung pag-akyat. I sold mine, same thing, August 2021. So yan, around 12, 13 pesos per share at that time. Then another one is LTG, Lushutan or LT Group. So currently highs nung 2021, down siya ng 36%. And I think this is one of my favorite stocks in to buy. Kasi ang taas nung binibigay nilang dividends. And I think na-confuse lang iba na dahil diba nag-file ng bankruptcy yung Philippine Airlines. Diba ano sila? Parang related yung company sa Philippine Airlines, but actually hindi naman stakeholder directly yung LTG ng Philippine Airlines. So I think that's why medyo bumaba din yung kanilang stock prices. And then there was this one particular quarter, I'm not sure if that was 2022 or 2021. Yeah, I think 2021 kasi dun talaga nag-start na mag-nosedive yung prices ng kanilang stocks. And everyone was predicting na magko-continue lang or maging sideways yung pagtitrade. But yeah, I think even at almost 10 pesos per share, maganda pa rin siyang bilhin. And actually, nag-start ako mag-DCA when it fell nitong 2022. So, nung nag-8 something pesos, dun ko siya binibili. And then, right now, nasa sidelines pa rin ako. Kasi, I think mas papabagsak pa siya ng konti in the next few months. But yeah, I will still depend sa inflation ng Philippines, sa inflation ng US, and of course, yung interest rate hikes na gagawin ng BSP and ng US Fed. So right now, ang mga binibili ko, kakabili ko lang ng PLDT at around 1.4. And bumili din ako ng Globe at around the lows ng 2,000. And SGP. So I think undervalued din yung SGP. Although kasi na-hype lang din to kung anong NGCP. National Grid and Power Corporation if I'm not mistaken yung meaning nun. So dapat kasi before ang mag-IPOs yung NGCP, but nagkaroon na lang stick yung SGP sa NGCP para maging public yung company per se. Kasi nasa agreement nila yun eh. And after, I believe 10 years, I'm not sure if actually 10 years, but yeah. Nasa agreement yan with the government na yung NGCP dapat maging public company after some time. After a period of time. And then eventually yun nga, ginawa nila through SGP na lang. So that's why kung i-check nyo yung financials ng SGP, siguro 4 years ago, 3 years ago, nasa losses sila. And then eventually nung 2019, actually 2020, sila naging profitable. Then 2021, then same thing for 2022. And ang laki ng increases ng kanilang income, ng kanilang revenue, and nung kanilang net income mismo. As well as yung margin, maganda yung margin nila as a whole. So yun lang naman, ayoko nang pahabain to. So let's end the episode here. Sana may natutunan kayo. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next episode. Always remember, be Peso Smart.